Hey everyone, welcome to my transitions reading. Today is Sunday. It is currently 9:20 a.m. and I'm going to be doing the reading for all the way till Saturday transitions. Yup. So we're going to be so I'm going to do a pre-shuffle really quickly to see what are the general vibes, what are we going to be reading about, how they're all going to be correlating to our experiences and all that. Another jazz. I had a really vivid dream about a movie. I felt like I was the camera in a movie. I starred as the camera in a movie, and I was basically it was a really strange movie. It was really strange, and then I heard the song. I knew you were drawn when you walked in. Taylor Swift, and I was wondering what that was, and it seemed like there was a projection. So be aware of people projecting onto you some sort of danger or mindset that of danger, stuff like that. And please ignore my cat in the background. She's playing with her box, okay? Ooh, I'm a little sleepy. I'm trying to break away from the sleepy spell. There's an entity or energy of laziness that is trying to break into the collective. Remember, y'all, that most of these entities attack your mindset first. So it doesn't have to be that you're actually lazy or someone around you is actually lazy or you're being put in the environment of being lazy. It literally just could be the mindset of laziness. Literally just that mindset alone can be very harmful. Because like you could be working your ass off, and if you're in the mindset of laziness, then it's like the payoff is not good and you're not able to enjoy. So that's what it is. So be aware of energies that are trying to stop your enjoyment. I remember what we used to say in Nigeria all the time: you cannot come here and try and kill me, right? That's the very first thing. You cannot come here and try and kill me. Or yeah, basically. That specific thing is coming out, okay? So let's see, for the first half of the week, let's do this. And then for the second half of the week, I'm putting up the Gaia oracles because this is going to be about Earth. And right now we're in the energy of prosperity and abundance after the 11-11-11 portal came up. Yeah, 922. I function on the 2222 portal or the 1212 portal. Those are the portals that I work in because I am a life path 11. So I'm always in the 11-11 portal. So I don't know about y'all. But yeah, let's see, for the second half of the week. If you don't know those portals, you should definitely check out the videos that most readers had yesterday, because yesterday was 11-11-22, but now it's 12-9-22-2022. So you see where I'm going with this? Okay. Let's see then. So the very first half of the week, we're talking about purification, emotional cleansing, rejuvenation. Let me put this over here. Emotional cleansing, rejuvenation, and purification. Okay, let me wear my lip gloss. Y'all, give me a second. I need to get new lip gloss. Y'all need to start donating, okay? Because even just $1, even $5. I mean, you know, Mimi Athena, that's my cash app, okay? Because I need to get new lip gloss. How my lips gonna be this cute and shiny? Okay. And then the next energy is going to be peace, dissolving unwanted and disturbing thoughts, that's going to be for the first half of the week. And the second half of the week is going to be night wind, facing fear and subconscious release and healing. I'm going to show you guys these cards as soon as I finish shuffling, okay? So hidden gift, sadness and ending, new beginning, and moonlight, romance, potential, and travel. Okay, so this is peace. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of serenity and grounding of serene energies is what I'm seeing. So for purification and peace, we have authority, right? So purification with authority, make sure that you're purifying your mind, body, and soul. Remember that all your intentions need to be grounded within the energy of Christ consciousness, which is like righteousness, nobility, purity, alignment with the Most High. The most absolute pure energy that you could have is in alignment with the Most High, which is going to be Christ. That's literally the purest energy we have on earth. So that's when we're talking about authority, we're talking about it based off of our intentions as well, right? The frequency of authority reminds us that our true authority is powerful, direct, and realized, yes, yet receptive, wise, and loving. So like a leader who is truly loving, and yes, not any of the examples that you might come up with honestly right now, okay? Belief. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts, talents, and strong connection to the source. Yeah, so the energy of belief also is like what you put your faith into is what you believe, okay? So that's how you know where you're investing your faith in. You usually want to invest your faith in integral energies, okay? In integral energies, because that way they align with the Most High, okay? Like your gifts and talents. All right. So discernment, the message, positive news, positive outcome. Frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the world around us from a place of inner balance, wisdom, detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom again. I said that twice. So yeah, using your discernment means that you like emotionally and mentally detach from specific energies so that you can see them from an objective perspective. Having the sense of discernment can help you detect anything that belongs or does not belong within your reality. So like if you feel like you need to detach, or if you feel like you need to figure something out, or basically if you just feel like you need to figure something out, most of the energy has to do with you detaching from whatever it is that's kind of in your mind, and then allowing yourself to see it from a different perspective, from a higher view. That's using your discernment. Remembrance, night wind, facing fear, subconscious release, and healing. Okay? The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information, tools, and flow gracefully with and in this life. So remember that your patterns are what you're going to be, are what are going to be recurring. So make sure at this time you are putting in new patterns of growth, and that's why you also set your intentions and write in your gratitude journal, because then you're setting your priorities on this paternic behavior, right? Because we are paternic creatures, whether we like it or not, we are already following a pattern. It's about whether or not we want to elevate our experience of that pattern or break away from the pattern and start a new pattern of growth, okay? Which is like what we talk about, karmic and non-karmic energies, okay? So some patterns are there to teach us, and other patterns are there to help us release ourselves from them, honestly. Okay, so cosmic flower. The frequency of the cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core of which we pour our magnificence into the world. So here's remembrance popping out again, and this is with a new beginning. I'm feeling like once you recognize that your potential is creating a butterfly effect inside the universe, you'll be able to understand that the cosmic flower is what truly changes. Basically, it's like the blooming, like if you see we call it the branch of Jesse, the Christ branch, the mustard seed, all that stuff. It grows from the tree of life, and then we are tapping into the energy of the cosmic flower, so the blooming of it, okay, literally. Okay, and then the last but not least, dynamic, travel, romance, and potential. And this is going to do with the frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origins and frequencies. It helps us put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and joy. I really feel like we're going to be starting out a new pattern. Literally, that's what I'm feeling. It's like 11:11, the whole gate was about initiating, about transcending, growth, change. I mean, there was so much change last week, the week of renewal, right? And the next week is going to be the week of support. This is all going to be what is being supported at this time. Make sure to support yourself during these ventures of change, supporting yourself during the remembrance of your priorities, and using your discernment in order to reach your higher potential. Okay, I'm gonna do the angel amongst us and the Egyptian god oracles today. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. So let's see. When it comes to authority, belief, discernment, remembrance, cosmic flower, and dynamic. Right, let's see what's going on. So the first two cards are coming out are Sekhmet and Thoth. Okay, Sekhmet is over here helping us with the destruction, rebuilding, and fierceness, our almost solar plexus energy. You can also find Sekhmet inside your astrological chart so that you'll be able to see how she is represented in your chart. Okay, and thought here with writing, wisdom time, Akashic records. So our belief systems are what are going to be, our traditional belief systems are what are going to be elevating at this time. It's going to be all about what we've learned in the past and how we're using what we learned to be able to increase our frequency over time, right? To be able to evolutionize our energies, especially when it comes to authority, belief, and discernment. Baba Yaga coming out here with the wise woman, duality, and the witch. Okay, so when we're talking about wilderness, the wise and wild woman, when we're talking about wilderness, we're not just talking about chaotic energy. Because people always want to assume that the wild is chaotic. When, think about it, the wild has been here long, like literally created here. This is like a paternic behavioral pattern. It's nature. Nature might seem only wild because we haven't domesticated it. Just because something hasn't been domesticated doesn't mean it's chaotic, okay? Some things are wild because they belong there. Some things are wild, but it doesn't mean that it's chaotic. A lot of these things are quite representative of the energy itself of Gaia. So the duality energy, when it comes to discernment, is what is that? Because I almost heard doubt and fear, but that's not it. Of discernment would be objective and subjective thinking. Yeah, I am grateful for today's opportunities. So the duality of discernment is subjective and objective. So be aware of understanding both sides of it, because there needs to be wilderness within it. There needs to be nature within it. It needs to be a natural occurrence. If you're going to be using your discernment, it has to be natural. You can't base your discernment and how you make your decisions based off of other people's opinions, because that's not wild. Honestly, it's a little domesticated, and that's basically what we're breaking through for next week during the support week. So you're going to be supported on basically venturing off, doing your own thing, literally focusing on yourself and your growth. Self-actualization is going to be a huge theme next week. All right, remembrance. Music, the Earth Star, answer prayers. So the Earth Star is one of the first chakras that we have that connect the Earth to our chakras. So this is where where all the information, kind of like when we're talking about abundance and everything, the information goes down to the Earth and through the universe. And then for our higher crown chakras, this enters the astral realm, enters the etheric realm, and higher realms beyond us, right? Because there are more chakras above that. I need to lotion my hand really quickly. I can't. Give me a second. It's just gonna bug me, y'all. It's gonna bug me. It's literally gonna bug the fuck out of me if I don't do this, because my hands are dry. For no reason too, because I'm doing this, okay? Okay. That's better. But I know this fucking lotion is gonna dry out anyways in a little bit. Anyway, but answered prayers. Remember that music is also a representation of our frequencies. So make sure that your reality is reflecting your dreams and desires at this time, 9:33, so that you can be able to reflect on those dreams and desires and decide if that's really what you want. Okay, because we all have options and choices, but yeah. But really what it is that you're going to be seeing how aware you are of your own reflection, right? Be aware of the way that you reflect upon yourself. That's basically what I'm getting at this time. Okay, cosmic flower, Jesus, I'm telling you, I was literally just talking about, when it came to the cosmic flower, I was talking about the branch of Jesse, I was talking about the literally mustard seed and everything, and look who came out, Jesus Christ, right? Spiritual teacher, compassion and forgiveness. Literally when it comes to endings, new beginnings, and sadness. So there's a sort of, this is interesting. Well, I'll tap into this whenever it comes out, because I feel like it's much deeper than what I could say right now, because this is just going to be the basic. Hello, good morning. I hope you're doing okay. So the very last thing is going to be about the potential, which is going to be potential for romance, travel, and dynamic is coming here with Archangel Camiel, unconditional love, healing heart, and self-love. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself, especially by the end of this week, because you are being supported in that. So you need to find how you're being supported in it, and basically tap into that frequency and elevate the energy, and then be in that paternity energy. Let me just give you guys an example. Let's say you decide to work out next week, like you want to create a schedule to work out. Your workout schedule is going to be supported, right? Now, I understand that the follow through might be much harder, but take steps to be able to affirm yourself on what you're going to do before you do it. So when you wake up, you read your Bibles, take down your gratitude journal, write down your dreams, wishes, whatever, write down your goals, and then affirm yourself that you wake up every day knowing that everything you do today is enough. You wake up and you basically program your mind to remember that whatever plans you have that need to get done are going to get done. So if you need to work out, you don't have to struggle to think about the time, when, how, and all that. You don't have to over plan. You just need to allow the energy to flow and understand that you are going to be supported in it. So most likely you will complete those tasks in that week, okay? So you don't have to stress about it one bit. In fact, stress and worry are what's gonna block you, first of all. And you need to take that as a challenge. In fact, if you feel like you're being stressed or worried about it, why don't you just stand up right there and then and do and complete the tasks that you need to do, because that is a challenge. Okay, it's testing your resolve and your energy to be in that self-love, self-righteous energy. Okay, and that's how you know you're being supported, right? If you're being challenged, you're being supported. Okay, and then that'll help you also remember that you're being supported. It's all about remembering who you are, remembering what you're meant to do, remembering the kind of energy you hold, remembering that you're not alone. This sadness might come from other energies as well, empathetic, right? Because Jesus is here with compassion. This is a challenge, right? Maybe your challenge is also to influence other people to be able to rise up to the occasion. Maybe you're being called to being a leader of a circumstance and doing something first, right, for yourself, because that's how you, that's how you are able to, that's how you're able to move forward on your journey, basically. Please don't interrupt me with some bullshit, okay? Osiris, death and rebirth, coming out here with Sept, okay? Osiris was the one who was killed by Set, and he was basically cut up to his body parts, and they were scattered all over the earth and stuff. So death and rebirth, he basically was put together and buried later on. So this is the energy of purification, which is interesting. We're going to continue on and see what else is coming out here. Okay, Shu, order and peace. So Thoth. So a lot of our belief systems when it came to order and peace are going to be kind of like resurrection. See, Caroline, she be doing too fucking much, bro. Every time I put on the video, when I'm chilling, she doesn't do anything. And then when I put on the video, she goes crazy, bro. Let me put her in the room, y'all. Caroline. Bro, are you dead ass? Are you dead ass? Yeah, you are dead ass. Go into the room. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. So, like I said, belief systems that basically made us think, for example, this idea that in order to have peace, there needs to be war. First of all, anyone who thinks like that needs to go to hell. That's all it is. That's all it is. Because if you want peace, you'll have peace. And if you want war, you'll have war. What'd you call it? For real, she's a Taurus, bro. What'd you call it? If they want, because people also assume that the idea of order also has to do with war, when that's not it at all. The order of things are events that happen in order to place things where they're supposed to be, right? And we don't have the authority to bring order to things. We have the ability to correct things, right? We have the authority to correct things, but that's exactly why Thoth is here with belief and peace, literally, because we need to remember a time of peace. We need to acknowledge that we only have the authority to correct energies and not to basically put things in order the way we feel is best, because we don't have that authority. We don't have the right to order people around and tell people how they're going to live their lives and what they're going to be doing and how they're going to be like. That's not, we don't, there's no right. That's actually breaking a commandment, that one of the 10 commandments, literally, because you're not looking out to somebody else's rights and you're not acknowledging their beliefs, which is literally breaking a commandment, which is like heavy sinning, right? But what you call it? That's why order and peace is here. So things are going to be restored because you need to remember your ancestors' past lives and whatnot. So discernment is here as well with liberation, and Baba Yaga with Horus, stability and equilibrium. Yes, that's how things get restored into order. It's all about harmonization, equilibrium, and stability, right? It's maximizing the potential as well of our own stability and peace. That's why we have order. That's why we have Saturn, right? And if people try to act like they are literally, like, when people try to act authoritarian, they're usually in the energy of Satanism because they are literally worshiping the energy of Saturn, because they're like consumed with that energy, which is why it's like you need to be aware of what you're representing and what your belief systems are. Yeah, so music here, Archangel Sandalphon, and remembrance of fruitfulness. So this also has to do with you reap what you sow. With subconscious release over there, it literally is people like reaping what they sow next week, right? Support. Yeah. I also like see it as like when you're gardening, when you have a big farm, and you can't just farm all the ingredients on your own, right? You need support, you need help. So that's an example of support, is that there are going to be energies that are going to help you reap what you sow if you're extremely fruitful. Like, let's say like I am, like I have a lot of shit to reap, and oftentimes I get overwhelmed because of how much I've done, to the point of actually sometimes I would doubt what I'm doing. I'll be like, maybe I need to do less type shit. But no, I don't have to do less. What I'm looking for is support. And so that's the energy. It's like, be aware that you're going to be supported on your ventures, large or small, next week, on basically reaping. So if you didn't plant good seeds, you're going to be able to notice which ones are the bad apples. You're going to be able to see which ones are true, which ones are false, all that kind of stuff. Okay, Cosmic Flower and Jesus, okay? This is also about the hidden gift as well, forgiveness. Righteousness, literally. Yo, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Like, I could not be any more clairvoyant with this shit. Could I be? Could I be any more clairvoyant? Well, we're gonna see. So this is literally the energy of allowing yourself to be the flower, the fruit of, what you call it, of God's labor, basically. I was thinking the 10 of Pentacles is like the legacy that God built on earth, the kingdom, basically, that God built in order for us to thrive in, right? Which is coming up with this unconditional love, healing, heart, and self-love energy, truth and fairness, right? You healing yourself, healing your heart, and healing your unconditional love. Also learning to utilize your unconditional love with truth and fairness, right? Which is also understanding that self-love is not like narcissism at all and should not be compared to narcissism at all. Self-indulgence in its negative sense should not be compared to self-love. Do not do that at all. That's like the whole reason, okay? This is what we call discernment, detachment, okay? You need to detach some sort of like with the positive energies from the negative energies, because you cannot compare the two. The whole point that we inevitably end up comparing two energies together is to be able to understand our own sense of duality and be able to release that, so our duality is more aligned with the Most High, the duality that is the wilderness and the wisdom and wilderness. That's basically the duality we're learning. So let's say like the whole point of why negative things we compare to positive things is in order for us to find higher alignment. And those negative energies and entities want to attach themselves to the positive energies, so you're not able to see the difference. This is also a form of gaslighting, okay? So be aware of that energy, literally. So for example, this nigga was like, she wants your attention, she's being a spoiled brat. And I'm like, but she's a Taurus, right? So, what'd you call it? that has nothing to do with anything. I just can see the perception that people might have about it. I don't spoil her. So what'd you call it? I love her. I don't spoil her. There's a big difference. That's not the same. That's not to be attached to, right? That's what I mean. I detach that idea. So she's just little. She likes to drop shit. She's a cat. Honestly, it's just because she's a cat and she loves to fuck around and drop shit, especially when I'm not looking. That's like the whole thing. My animals fuck around me when I'm not looking. That's really what it is. So basically, judgment is here. I understand that everyone has their own unique paths and challenges, which has to do with death and rebirth. Of course, people don't have to go through the same things all the time. It's also bearing the cross. That's also a message that I was getting about bearing your own cross. Basically, carrying your own cross. Like no matter how much that shit might not make sense, we might not understand why we have to do certain things. I feel like when it comes to carrying on your own cross, bearing your own cross, it's also an energy of solidarity. That's basically what it is. Solidarity. It's you basically forming and self-actualizing your solidarity, and you have to bear your own cross to be able to do that, to be able to basically tribute your own pain, your own struggle, tribute your own wisdom, your experiences, all your pain in this reality by bearing your own cross is creating solidarity within it. That's actually heavy integrity. That means that you are that is like how strongly you believe in your own faith, how strongly you believe in how strongly you believe in yourself, how strongly it's right under belief too, and order and peace and thought and wisdom. Yeah, it's literally you being like, this is what I believe in, this is how I am, this is where I'm going. And that's what it means to bear your own cross. Okay, let's see what it says here. Don't make me nervous. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. Like I'm literally saying this. It's about you creating solidarity and peace within yourself first before you look on to others to find it. That's what we're going to be going through for these transition periods. So for discernment and the wilderness energy with stability and equilibrium. Okay? This is self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. This is self-validation as well. So when it comes to equilibrium and stability, we're learning that, self-esteem. This is also our reputation. So be aware of the nature of reputation and be aware of the reputation of nature, because that's going to be your duality. That's where the equilibrium lies. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down, because then you have duality itself, the duality of nature and the nature of duality. That's infinite. That's an infinite potential right there. That's how you find it. So with Sept here, with fruitfulness and music and remembrance, subconscious release, this is also healing. Let's see what this is about. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So, like I said, this is going to be about self-reflection as well, and how we need to reflect on our own desires using the tools that we have. The song you sing, basically the prayers that you ask for, also you need to reflect upon those prayers, because you might be divinely guided to pray a certain way. You just need to reflect on how that is your energy of purity, and that helps you understand doubt in reverse coming up. Basically, you cannot doubt your own spirit, your Holy Spirit. You cannot doubt yourself in such a situation, especially when it comes to honesty. If you're being honest about something and you're doubting yourself about that, it's not creating a sense of solidarity. But if you know you can't expect the truth from others, but you can expect it from yourself, that also means that, because recently I was trying to say I expect people to be their best selves. But then I didn't have any solid foundation for that, right? Because I was trying to think of I'm going to be expecting myself to be my best self. But it's I can't trust others, because if I expect them to not be their best selves, that's their choice. But it's also creating expectations for other people to live up to, you might be giving them a potential that they don't have. They might actually take advantage of that, right? So that's basically what I'm saying, is like, I had to learn again that I can't expect others to do or have the potential that I feel like I have in myself. That gives other people too much credit, right? You need to bring the energy inwards in order to ensure that you are following your own path and destiny and are not too focused on other people, right? I keep on saying this, but you need to make sure you're not focusing on other people more than you focus on yourself. It doesn't matter if you're like trying to see how other people are affecting your life. You have to focus on yourself. How are you affecting your own life? How are you doing something to fix your own life? Oh, this person might be in danger. How are you in danger? Literally, you have to focus on yourself in every level, because everything that you manifest or talk about for other people is how it happens for you, which is the energy of give and take. So that's basically what I'm saying. This righteousness here, you being righteous for yourself enables you to be righteous for others. And if you really care about others, you think about yourself first. And I feel like that's really where it's coming from. It's like the whole energy of these empath narcissist dynamics is that they will make you feel like you're doing something wrong, only so that they can be able to tap into your energy and take what is meant for you for them. But the thing is that that's why they're so idiotic. That's why they're so stupid, these narcissists, because then if they're taking energy that's meant for you, then the Most High will literally block them from that, and then you're just gonna like, and that's when the energy of torture begins, because they keep on doing stuff over and over and over again, and because there's no fruitfulness in it, they decide that because there's no fruitfulness in it, they decide that torture would be the best method, because that's how they feel. So it's people who feel tortured. Be aware of people who feel tortured by their own progress, people who basically feel tortured by their own demons, by their own darkness, by their own shadow, and trying to make you feel tortured because of that energy as well, basically. Because I was recently remembering how when I went to police station to be able to put in a request, because I was being I was literally like, there was so much happening at home and I just needed some safety, and I was like, I need a place to go, I need a place to stay. The only place that I know that could help people is the police station. Like, they probably have resources to be able to help me get a new home, like a hostel or something safe to go to, someplace like a safe house. And so they actually did take me to a safe house area, and it was like this Christian ass household. It was called the House of the Lord, but it was not the House of the Lord at all. Not the Most High, not Christ, not the Lord, not our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It was not that Lord at all. It was some other entity that they were worshiping. And so the lady who had demonic ass eyes, her eyes were almost all black, like literally her sclera was almost entirely black, and she looked familiar to me, and I looked at her, and we kept on looking at each other, and she looked at me and she goes, "You look familiar." And I'm like, this demon ass bitch knows me. Like, I'm like, she knows me, I can see it in her eyes. And I'm like, and I say this shit, I swear to you, I was literally aligned. As a part of my testimony, I was literally aligned, and I channeled oh, we probably know each other from a past life. And the image that I got was Jesus, in that painting, Jesus talking to that demon, right, on the street, that devil, whatever the fuck it was. And they were literally on the same street. And I literally said, oh, we probably know each other from the past life. And her face got so fucking scared, bruh. Like, her face was actually like, what the fuck? And so, like, because she didn't know that I would know that what she was doing. And I knew everything she was doing, because they were people who were fucked up in that household. Like, they were fucked up. Like, these were people who got deranged because they were working. And she was ordering everybody around. Like you have to cook the food, and you're not allowed to touch this, and you have to do the gardening, and you have to clean the house. And she would just sit back, right? And these were people who had like mental disabilities. This is supposed to be a place where people are supposed to feel safe and sane, and they're supposed to feel like they can relax because they've been through so much shit, right? Prayers. But she was like, nah, you gotta work for me and die for me energy. And I was like, that's not the house of the Lord, honey. That's not righteousness right there. That's some kind of sense of control that you're trying to have over these poor people who are clearly fucked up in the head, mentally ill and all. I'm talking fucked up in the head. I mean, these people have aged regressed. These people have aged regressed like so bad. They're behaving like 10 and 11 years old. It's bad. And when I was there because I was literally getting abused at home. And she looked at me as if like it was all in my head, the same way that my mother did, the same way that I was being abused at home. And literally the same way, like I remember going through this when I was a child, okay, when they would literally pretend like everything was in my head. The scars that I'm getting aren't real. They literally made like try to do that to me, where they were pretending like I never got beat up even though I have bruises, when I never got hurt, when I literally am bleeding, like literally like that. So so she looked at me with her demonic ass eyes and whatever black magic ritual that she's been doing, and she was like, you're tortured, you are being tortured. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you're trying to curse, bitch, but you fucked with the wrong one. Like, you fucked with the wrong one. And she was just like, well, you don't really have anywhere to go now, do you? And I was like, well, I'm still gonna walk away and sleep in the streets. I'd rather do that than fucking live in this fucked up house. So I gathered my shit, because she also didn't want to let me use my cards, right? So that I wouldn't know what was going on. And so like I packed my shit and I dipped. I didn't have anywhere else to go. I was on the street for real. They dropped me off. This was supposed to be a hostel to protect people from being tortured, abuse victims, trafficking victims, because I was being trafficked. So this was supposed to be a home for trafficking victims. And they literally took the car and dropped me on the street next to the McDonald's. And this was what the police put me in the home in. Yeah. I was safer in jail. Let me just let you know. Basically. So that's about what I'm talking about when it comes to righteousness and what true righteousness means. And with Jesus in here, with the cosmic flower and sadness, that's basically what I'm saying is like, don't let people make you think you're tortured because they are currently under control of some entity. Literally, don't let people make you feel tortured by shit, right? Like what y'all are doing right now. Right? Some nigga came up, was like, what'd you call it? I'm gonna marry you. And someone, let's be friends. Wanna fuck? Like, I'm not gonna let people torture me like that, because I know y'all are going to hell anyways. So enjoy that. And because you're not understanding the sense of righteousness you should have. Yeah, I don't care. People are like, well, I'm just gonna unfollow you. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. That's not how, since when does following... See, look, they set up a cyberbullying plan because their plan failed and got caught. Literally, that's literally how they do it. So this is what I mean by love bombing. You're a strong woman, fuck me. You're a strong woman, fuck me, die. You're a strong woman, fuck me. Like literally. That's love bombing. That's gaslighting. That's basically why you guys are going to hell. And I'm not gonna start. Look at this, freedom. You understand that? Like, people will always come around and try to do this shit because they think they can fuck with me. They think they can fuck collective. Like, we're just watching the types of people that are going to be going to hell in order for us to focus on our own paths and challenges. Literally. So that constant energy of like saying one thing and then, but with an ulterior motive of wanting another thing, thinking that you somehow possess the power to be able to sway someone else's judgment, means that your judgment is being swayed. And that's why you're going to be in the energy of the hell, because you're going to be, you're put under judgment. Judgment is right here. Order, peace, death, and rebirth, self-esteem, honesty, literally is right here. So this is going to be the energy of next week. Okay, well, if you want to just get blocked, then that's completely fine with me. See, this is what I mean. It's like trying to use your energies and powers against you is what they're trying to do, right? They'll take a part of you and they'll act like that's what they see within you, right? They'll be like, so let's say you're someone who is extremely, like, let's say handsome or cute or pretty or smart, right? They'll be like, you're so this and that and that and that. It's stuff that you already know about yourself, that this is why you need to be aware of insecurities, because if you don't know yourself and you don't know what you're insecure about and someone tells you, you might get attached to that energy and you feel like it's brand new, like nobody's ever told you that shit before. But I'm talking about like specifically in this way. So then when you get attached to that energy, then they'll try and sway your judgment, sway your mind, sway your habits, try and create new patterns within you that you are not aware of because you are attached to them now, right? So this is also the vibe of energy vampirism, okay? So like, let's say I study hard every single day, right? I'm like, I study hard, like I make sure I'm doing everything I'm doing, and someone comes to me, you're such a hard worker, you study so hard every day, like, why are you telling me what I'm doing? I know I'm doing it, that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because it's a part of who I am. And then they like, but then the whole point is so that they can make way into our life. So be aware of people who are trying to use your observing skills against you. Like, they're trying to be like, oh, good eye, Sherlock Holmes. Like, they want us to be like even sarcastic. Do not engage anyhow with that energy, okay? Is basically what I'm saying. Do not engage with that energy. Block them, like how I just did this nigga. Block them. And take back your energy and take back your power. I take back my energy and take back my power. Yeah, courage with righteousness. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. That's basically it. And that's what it is with these low-level demons as well. Like, to me, fear is now a low-level demon, because what the fuck am I going to do with that energy? Like, for real, what the fuck am I going to do with that energy? So it's like facing fear with confidence. If you align your confidence, you have to understand the light will always be stronger than the dark. Will always be. So the more faith you put in the Most High, the more faith you put in Christ, the more faith you put 10 o'clock literally, the more faith you put in your inner voice, your strength, your self-esteem, your honesty, your acceptance, your judgment, your righteousness, the more energy you put in that, the more you invest in those energies, the more you're able to face your fears, the more you're able to break boundaries, the more you're able to elevate, the more you're able to reach the potential of being a genius. And once you've maximized that potential, because here's that travel potential, self-love energy. This is the energy of a genius. Understanding, being aware of the dynamic. This is the energy of 3 as well. It's literally like, yeah, I'm not kidding, fear, and it came out in reverse. So be aware of being afraid of judgment. In fact, like, yeah, don't worry about that shit. Accept judgment. Accept everything that is natural. Okay. So what it is that if you master the energy of dynamic and understand how you function, how your ebb and flow works, how your rhythm works, and understanding your beats, basically understanding your heartbeat, right? That's unconditional love, your heartbeat. If you're aware of how your heart beats, and I'll explain to you how important this is by this little piece of wisdom, okay? Your heart beats in the same vibrational frequency as the heartbeat of Gaia, which means that when you hear the sound, the frequency of the world, the entirety of Gaia, the earth, is the same frequency that you have in your heart. That's how we connect our hearts to the earth. That's also why music is here with honesty. I'm sorry about that. With fruitfulness, okay? So imagine how fruitful the earth is. It takes in all that negative energy, transmutes it, and gives us the flower of life. It gives us the fruits of our labor. That's exactly what our heart does. And that's why you need to believe in love and self-love and understand what love really means. Because that's how you are also able to adapt to a higher frequency, okay? Truth and fairness, okay? That's basically what I'm saying. You have to know that the heartbeat, like, you can literally check out the Schumann frequency. So the Schumann frequency detects the different vibrational frequencies of Earth and how they are affected by our celestial bodies, including heavily by the sun. So anytime there are solar flares, it's because whenever there are solar flares, we receive information from those solar flares onto Earth, and then the Earth starts elevating and adapting and experiencing for itself because it's self-existing. That means that our frequency needs to align with that of Gaia, and Gaia also, we can help Gaia rebirth and learn and grow if we increase our vibrational frequency as well. So that's literally the harmony. That's our dynamic, right? I help you, you help me, but except we're working in harmony. Bars. And this is basically what I'm talking about here with dynamic, okay? And truth and fairness and self-love. And this is all in the energy of Archangel Camuel. You see why you don't fuck around with these angels? Because they're much bigger than Earth. Archangel Camuel is much bigger than Earth, okay? The pink aura that we have around Earth and ourselves is the love, self-love, as love energy protection. It's a much bigger, it surrounds the Earth, it surrounds us, right? The Earth, us, it surrounds us, and that's why it's much bigger, okay? Yeah. Okay, that's it. So yeah, failure and fear. There's people who are literally, okay, whatever, it doesn't matter, they don't matter. Let's continue. Yeah, doubt, fear, failure, this is all coming out in reverse. pride coming out in reverse, and imagination. So be aware of clearing your mind of negative thinking. Okay, do some affirmations. This morning I did some wealth and abundance affirmations. I listened to a couple things, and I was doing wealth and abundance affirmations. So please speak your affirmations out, because this helps you reverse all these energies of failure, doubt, fear, and pride. And then the angels are going to help you clear them out while you're focusing on the positive mindset. Friendship. This is what we have with the angelic realm and beings. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Okay? Yeah. And be aware of envy. This is basically the next thing that we're going to be breaking through. I'm actually not sure. I see like a mystery behind it. So yeah, here it is. We're building integrity through envy. That is what it is. We're building integrity and breaking away from envy in general. All right? Yes. So let's see. Do I do this one too? No, I'll do this with the other cards. Yeah, I'll shuffle this with the other cards. Okay, y'all. And that's going to be the, week 3 reading for support September, okay, 2022. All right. And I will see y'all in the transition readings, all right? See y'all in a little bit.